Did you ever get into like empathy-itis, or I don't know how to describe it, where you get all these emails? You mentioned in the book getting all these emails from your inbox being flooded is a good quote. When your inbox is flooded, you're getting a lot of people saying, I've got to open source this or these problems that, and they're coming to you, not so much for a solution, but more just a shoulder to cry on. Like, I've got these problems, please help me, or just hear my issues. Did you ever get into a situation where you're just like, I have no idea how to help you or what advice to give you? I've got these goals in mind for my job and research and plans, but like, did you ever get bogged down by the empathy and the weight of it all?
Very. I'm going to steal that term, empathy-itis, because that was definitely inflammation of empathy was a thing that I was experiencing. Yeah, gosh. Like, I mean, joining GitHub for one thing was already this like existential crisis for me, because I was like, well, I said I was going to like solve everything, and like, what if I can, if I'm just like at GitHub? And then being at GitHub, I also just felt this stress of like, well, now I'm at GitHub and I should be able to like solve everything, because of course I'm here on the inside. And that was really stressful and hard. And then even with writing the book, like, I mean, God, I like went through, it's just sort of like, is it even useful to be writing about these things? Like, maybe I should be doing more things. Something that helped me over time, which I wish I just had more this early on, was I didn't know any other independent researchers or just like researchers in general. And I guess like when I really like rewind back to the beginning, it's not like I ever, said I was going to like single-handedly solve everything. I was just interested in a problem and writing about it. And I think like, because I got so overwhelmed by all these amazing stories from people, I think I felt this burden to like do something about it. And like, if I can't fix it, then it's my fault. And sometimes like, there are just like very emotional things that people tell you and share with you, and you just want to feel responsible for fixing it somehow. But in talking to other folks that have just spent a lot of time like working closely with communities that they're not necessarily a part of, but are just trying to describe and translate outside of those communities, I just learned a lot, I think, of like better practices about how to put a little bit more of like a wall for myself, to just create a little bit more boundaries, and like mentally separate myself from my work sometimes, and be able to kind of like turn off and not stress out too much about it. But it definitely took a little while to get there.